So this is the Sony 20mm f1.8. So wide and fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my Sony here. Let me grab it. And then we'll switch over to this. Alright, here it is. Feels pretty good. It makes a very tiny little click noise when it's focusing. But this one does too. So, I mean, it's nothing. I'm not a professional. I just do this for fun. But it's super light too. But it doesn't feel like cheaply made. But it's super light. I mean, I think the camera weighs more. I have like this little mount on the bottom that makes it weigh more. So let's switch over. I want to take a look how it looks vlogging. So here it is. There's a monitor I have it hooked up to. And I love how blurry everything is behind me. It's a nice smooth blur. This is wide open, is at 1.8. So 1/160th, 1 f1.8. I don't know what the ISO is. I just set the ISO to auto. So I have a good amount of light on me right now, and nobody's gonna want to watch. But look at that. Look how blurred everything gets behind me. That's the great thing about this lens. See how it, like from a distance, I'm probably what 8-9 inches away from the oh yeah, look at that. That looks. I mean, it's focused on my ugly face, but look how blurry it is behind me. It looks really good. Wow. Okay. My Tamron does this, but this is like really, like that's maybe 18 inches from the lens. I love that blur. That's the perfect amount of blur. You have stuff, but you can't tell what it is, but it just looks really nice because it has a little bit of light on it. There you go. But I can raise this arm up that I have it on because right now I'm crouched down. But I think surprisingly that's arm's length. That was the thing that I always with people. There's vloggers that have like reviews of this, proper guys who do that for a living. They would always kind of talk about it, vlogging a little bit, but they're more focused on photography, which I understand because that's the next thing I'm gonna do. There's gonna be a starlight. Let's put it right here. Wide open 1.8, taking a 15-second exposure every 20 seconds. So there's a 5-second gap between each photo in reality. And then I process them through Lightroom and put them into Premiere and string them. It strings them together and makes the individual photographs thing. So we'll see how that comes out because I'm doing all this right now. But really, the best distance with what I like, how I want this to be, is at arm's length. So that's good to know. That's when I'm taking this out in the wild, we go on a trip or something like that, this will be the lens that'll be doing a lot of the work because it's a good amount of space behind me, but it's not like the world, which there is a wider lens, but it's a little bit bigger and more money. It's a 14. This is 20. I think 20 because I'll just be holding it by the And I love how everything's just really nicely blurred. It looks like there's stuff behind me and it's kind of interesting, but it doesn't distract. I could just change this to make it look. I'm just blah blah blahing because I'm just trying to look at the how it's lit and how everything looks. It looks really nice. The Tamron is really great, but back to Sony glass. My Sony glass is always just no nothing. You just put it on auto and it can just do whatever you need it to do. I keep looking at the monitor, not looking here, but it looks really great. Super lightweight. Moving forward, whenever I'm blah blah blahing like this, it's gonna be on this lens.